I'd worked with other child sponsorship organizations in the past, but every time I would try to talk about them on stage, it just felt like I was coming across as an infomercial. It wasn't real to me, and it wasn't authentic. Marcus had been our sound engineer for about 3 years and had just become our manager when he came to us one day and asked if we'd be interested in partnering with One Child. And I was immediately like, isn't that a child sponsorship organization? I'm not really interested in doing that again. But when he said, you know, Todd, I was a sponsored child with One Child for 14 years, then everything changed. Because now it was real. Now it was personal. It was no longer some random kid somewhere in the world. It was Marcus. And he's standing right there in front of us. A real person whose life was radically transformed by his sponsors, by his child champions, by his Hope Center. And I was immediately like, yes, we can do that.
We got connected with the president of One Child not long after that, and were invited to go to the Dominican Republic to see the work of One Child for ourselves. So, in 2021, Todd and I traveled to the Dominican Republic for the first time, and we were hooked. We found out that One Child only partners with local churches that are already working with kids but just need some additional support and resources. We saw for ourselves the difference that sponsorship makes in a child's life. We saw children cared for holistically. We saw the educational care, the physical care, the social emotional care, and the spiritual care. We learned about how the kids get annual doctor's visits and nutritious meals and help with school. We saw them cared for on a personal level by their child champions at their Hope Centers, and we saw them learning about God, praying, and worshiping. 30 years ago, at a concert, a couple named Dave and Regina picked up a child packet and sponsored Marcus Rickson. Because of this couple and child champions at a Hope Center in India, along with the support of his family and community, Marcus was empowered to receive an education and achieve his dream of becoming a music manager. Because Marcus shared his story with us, we get to join him on this journey of sharing the ministry of One Child with other people just like you.
We got to travel to the Dominican Republic for a second time in 2023. And one of the child champions shared with us that sponsoring a child not only changes the child's life or even the family's life, but changes a whole generation. He believes that that generational change has the possibility of even changing the entire country. God is using a couple from Tennessee, a little kid from India, and a worship band from Nashville to help him change an entire nation. Marcus's dreams have come true, but there are hundreds of kids just like him out there waiting for someone to encourage them to dream big. Dreams are powerful, and dreams are possible. We have the privilege of being a part of a story that God began writing 30 years ago with Marcus's sponsors, Dave and Regina. What story could you be a part of if you picked up a child's packet today? Join us.